Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tina, and today I'm going to be doing my TBR for the Hogwarts House Battle Readathon that's happening in September. It starts September 1st at 12 p.m. anywhere you are at, and if you are participating in this Readathon, let me know down below what team you are on. Obviously, I am Team Gryffindor. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get started on my TBR because it is a pretty long TBR. I'm gonna do my best to try and finish every prompt for this readathon, but we all know me. I am not about that big long list life. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the video, and I'm gonna show you what my TBR is for this readathon. Okay, so I do have in front of me, obviously, the prompts. So I'm going to read off of that and show you what I've chose. The first one is Alchemy. Read a recommendation from a friend. The book I chose was Pretending to be Erica by Michelle Painshad. I was going to read this for my Reading Rush TBR, but that didn't happen, so I decided to pick it up for this readathon because this was recommended to me by my brother's girlfriend. She liked it. She said it was a good book, so she suggested it to me a while back, so I decided to pick this up and give it a go. I don't know nothing about it, which that's something about me. I don't really like to go in knowing the books that I plan on reading. I kind of like to go blindly, so that way I can get more out of the book. Now, most of the time I will read like the synopsis of the books, but even though that still doesn't really like give me a full insight, sometimes the synopses are kind of off on what's really going on, or they don't tell you obviously as much as what's going on. They just want to get you interested in the book. So this is what I chose, Pretending to be Erica by Michelle Painshad. The second prompt is Aberration. Only read this book in public. The book I chose for that is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I chose this book. I recently got this book during another collab that I'm currently participating in. We are doing a book swap collab. I send another booktuber a book that I really enjoy and hope that she will enjoy, and she also sent me something that she enjoyed and is hoping that I will enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and include this into the TBR because I really do want to read it. But I will give you more about this book, more in-depth review on this book in a later video, so keep a lookout for that. The next prompt is Arithmancy. Read a book with a number in the title. So the book I chose was The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've been really wanting to read this book for a while, since I heard about it, since everybody talks about it here on BookTube. So I'm really excited and I can't wait to read this book, and I hope I really enjoy it. The next prompt is Astronomy. Read this book only at night. The book I chose for that prompt is With the Fire on High. Also, this is the group challenge for House Gryffindor, so I decided to read this as part of one of my prompts, and so yeah, that's what I chose for Astronomy, is to read this book only at nights. The next challenge is Care of Magical Creatures. Read a book with animal on the cover. The book I chose for this prompt was Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This also could be for a number on the cover or a number in the title. Obviously, I could have doubled up, but I'm gonna try and go the limit and try and actually read all the prompts. So I chose to go ahead and include this one. I've heard so many things about this book. A lot of people love this book, so I've always saw this book, but I don't know, the cover never really caught my attention to want to read it. But since everybody talks about Leigh Bardugo's writing, I am excited to give it a try. Okay, so the next prompt is Charms. Read a book that is new to you. So the book that I chose was Crown of Feathers by Nikki Preto. I hope I'm saying that right, but I chose this one because it is new to me. This is also a book that I am doing a collab with another booktuber. She sent me this book, and I also sent her another book that I really enjoy. So yeah, be on the lookout for the review on this. I will go in more in depth just to let you guys know if I did enjoy the book, and give my final thoughts on that. So I decided to include this into the TBR because I really do want to read it. So the next one is Defense Against the Dark Arts. Read a book you previously put down. So the book that I chose for this prompt is The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. I've had this on my TBR for quite some time, and I can never get around to reading it. I don't know why. It's fairly short. So I'm going to go ahead and add this book because, yeah, I think I started like a few of the pages, but then I decided to stop reading it to jump to another book. So I'm gonna go ahead and include this one, and I'm gonna hope and pray that I get to it and I get to read it because I really enjoyed the first book and I really want to get into the second one. The next book is Divinations. Read a predicted 5-star book. For this one, I chose to go for The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pam? I don't know. So I decided to choose this one because I've heard so many good things about it, and I want to give it a go to see if it actually is a 5-star. So I'm going to predict that it's a 5-star because I've heard good things about it, but we're going to see. The next book is Flying. Read your most anticipated book. For that one, I chose Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. I chose this one because it sounds like Radio Silence, and I loved Radio Silence. I loved Alice Oseman's book, also Solitaire that she wrote. So far I am really loving her writing style. So I decided to pick this one up a while back. Hannah from A Clockwork Reader recommended this book, and when I read the synopsis, it did sound like Radio Silence, and since I love that book so much, I decided to give this one a chance as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to get this going and finally getting to read it. Okay, Herbology. Read a book that means a lot to you. The book I chose was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Because I am an absolute Harry Potter fan, I decided to go for Harry Potter, and I've already reread the first one, so I'm really excited about rereading the second one. It was kind of hard for me to choose between two other series that are really close to my heart, but this one's way closer, so I decided to go with Harry Potter, of course, and the Chamber of Secrets. And why not do it for the Hogwarts house battle? The next one is History of Magic. Read a book from another generation. Now this one was kind of confusing to me because I don't know, I just don't know how to choose a book from another generation. To me, it just means like to read a book from an older time. The book I chose to pick out for this prompt is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This is one of my absolute favorite classic books of all time. I read this in school and I really loved it. We read it in audio form and I love the audio of it, and we also got to watch the movie. And even though it's an old movie, like, I really enjoyed the story. It's very heart-touching, and it just really kind of like educates you a little bit on how things were back then and how things are still till this day. So I chose to go with To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. The next book is, or the next prompt is Muggle Studies. Read a hyped book. The book I chose for this one is Red, White, and Royal Blue. I've heard so many things about this book. I've seen so many people read this book. So I decided to go ahead and pick it up and give it a go just to see what all the hype's about and see if it truly is worth reading like everybody says it is. So yeah, Red, White, and Royal Blue by Cassie McCuston. The next prompt is Potions. Read a genre you normally wouldn't pick up. So for me, I normally don't like reading scary stories, scary books at all, because I like to read at nights, and if I read a book and I end up reading it at nights, I end up dreaming about it. So who wants to have a bad dream about a book? So I decided to pick up a little scary book. This is actually borrowed from my cousin. This is More Spooky Texas Tales by Tim Tingle and Doc Moore. So it's a cute little scary storybook, and it's fairly short. I think it's middle grade, if not like elementary. But it's also a good thing because it's something super light and it's not something so heavy like everything else that I am currently trying to read. So I decided to pick this one up. Scary story, scary book, something that I typically or won't gravitate towards. The next prompt is Study of Ancient Runes. Read a classic novel. So I decided to double up on this challenge and use To Kill a Mockingbird as a classic novel, although it doesn't classify as classic novel like A Scarlet Letter or Charles Dickens, but to me this is still a classic, something that's classic to me. I love it, and it's older, so I decided to go ahead and use this as well for the prompt of Study of Ancient Runes. And the last prompt is Transfiguration. Read the last book you bought. So I recently bought two books. One I already finished, which was Saga, and then of course I'm gonna go ahead and again double up and do this one as well, which is Red, White, and Royal Blue as this last prompt, because this is a book that I recently picked up. And yeah, so I went ahead and doubled up on 2 of the prompts, which is totally okay. I'm still reading pretty much a lot of books. I'm gonna try and find as much audiobooks as possible so that way I can listen to and read along and not only just physically read. So I decided to use this one as well as Transfigurations for Read the Last Book You Bought. Alright, you guys, so that is my TBR for the Hogwarts House Battle Readathon. I'm super excited. Again, it starts September 1st, so once it hits 12 midnight on September 1st, the Readathon is on. So I hope you guys will join this readathon and also follow our Twitter, because we will be doing sprints on there. I am one of the hosts for Gryffindor, along with Amicia, who is also one of the team hosts. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to do this readathon. I'm just happy that I got chosen. Hey! So I just really want to say thank you guys. I hope you guys will just join the readathon with us. I hope you found my picks interesting. To me, I'm super excited about it. I am actually excited about all of them. Those are the books that I've actually really been wanting to read, and especially the 2 books that I got from the book swap. I've actually had those on my Goodreads TBR, or at least one of them. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys, like I said, will join all the fun. It's gonna be really fun, and I can't wait to connect with the rest of you guys that will be joining. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.